everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Carr's Raiders. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
We ready?
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And his throw is incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college. But Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Carr with a give to Murray. And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Latavius Murray, 26 yards. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Wilson. And his first look is incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score. I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, and he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
It's a pickup of 21, and that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Oakland Raiders offense heading onto the field. And talk about their quarterback spot. Derek Carr, he's had some struggles in the preseason, hasn't he?
He has had those, but I don't expect there to be a quick hook or anything of that nature. He's expected to be their starting quarterback for a long time. But behind him, they've gotten a good look at Connor Cook, who is their fourth-round selection. And I talked with someone from the Raiders front office. They think he can be an absolute steal. Wouldn't be surprised if he moved to number 2 ahead of Matt McGloin when the season begins. That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
That was second down run for Murray. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Second down now after the incompletion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that's complete to Walford. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes.
The big fella. He's at the 30. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. They come out here in the eye. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jimmy Graham from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
All right, here we go.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Cooper's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Crabtree. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree from 13 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there's a flag on the field. And he knocks it through. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come up at an offset eye. Now now Wilson on first down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, 57 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Carr to throw on second down. Brought in by Walford, right side. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Another pistol look here. Throwing his car on third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
First down, this is Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. shift together here from the D-line.
Every now and then I scratch my head when I see the draw play called, especially after a great run the previous play. Keep attacking. Sometimes the draw play develops slowly, and that allows the defense to react.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett as time expires in the first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Dan Williams never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Third and long, it's Wilson. He's got time. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
He's got time in the pocket. And he's got Lockett. And he's brought down after a good gain. 27 yards on the gain there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Now Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll cut it to the right sideline. A big run that time by Rawls. 43 yards on the ground. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's Wilson to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. His pass caught at the 4. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And he puts it through. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Carr now on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
But times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On first and 10, here's Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll run it here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Carr going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
First and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go again with Rawls. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Khalil Mack from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. They come up in an offset eye. Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. And even 60 yards. Throwing is Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Aldon Smith from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. On second down, here's Wilson. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On third and goal, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Surveying the field. That is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. In his own end zone, it's Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring him 2nd down. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. And some room to maneuver. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DeAndre Washington, 78 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Back to throw. Steps away. And that is incomplete here. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Back to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Wilson going to throw for it. And Grant's got it over the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They come up in an offset eye. And now here's a carry heading left. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They'll try and burn some clock with Rawls. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 56 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And if you lose this one, in the way that they did with all these points, the offense probably goes in the film room and said, hey, coach, don't point at us. The defense, they're the ones that need the help.
Yeah, the offense went into the film room with kind of grins on their faces because they're going to get a lot of check marks and attaboys. The defensive team, they shuffled into the film room. Not a fun day for them.